Hi, my name is Nirupesh Joshi.
And I'm Mercy Amalraj. We are the founders of Bangalore Watch Company.
Welcome to the world premiere of our newest watch collection for 2023.
In 2018, we brought you our debut collection, the Renaissance Automatic Watch. In 2019, we brought you the Mark I collection inspired by Indian aviation.
In 2020, we brought you the Cover Drive. It had a unique rotating bezel to track cricket overs. And in 21, we brought you the Apogee. It was to celebrate the Indian space program.
In 2022, we brought you the improved Mark I Gen 2, and then the Synchro. We have shipped these watches to thousands of customers worldwide. Thank you for being part of our story.
This year marks 5 years for BWC. We're starting our new releases with something that is close to our hearts and something we've been meaning to do since the start of the concept of Apogee.
This is a new story from India's space exploration, something we are all proud of. We think you will like what we have done. Take a look.
Feet per second, contact now. Is stop. Brake, pro, auto. We're on the surface. Okay, we made it. Indianapolis.
We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
The 1960s was a decade of the space race. Powerful countries competing for supremacy in the cosmos.
The Gemini, Soyuz, and Apollo missions put people in space. They brought them back home safely. It was a technological leap for humans that brought millions of people together.
India's space ambition started in the early 1960s, but our moon missions did not take off until early 2000s. Unlike the others, ISRO did not have a powerful rocket to take a straight path to the moon. Instead, they used Earth's own gravity to slingshot their way to the moon. This was a genius move. The deep polar craters of the moon have been in perpetual darkness for billions of years. It was believed that they held frozen water. Chandrayaan 1 proved this and helped the world to discover water ice on the moon.
Stories like these are fascinating. They project a modern 21st century India that we are incredibly proud of. And these are the stories we want to tell with our watches.
In 2021, we brought you the Apogee, a collection of watches inspired by the Indian space program. Today, we bring you a new watch that is inspired by the Indian moon missions, and we're calling it the Manzinus. Manzinus celebrates the moon missions of the Indian space program, an inspiring project to not just send a rocket to the moon, but also to land on its surface.
I know you can't wait to see the watch. Let's jump into the feature video.
Welcome to the world of Bangalore Watch Company. This is the unboxing and feature walkthrough of the Apogee Manzinus. Like all BWC watches, the Manzinus comes in our signature black lacquer finished wooden box. Now let's get this box out of the way and jump right in to the feature video. In July 2019, ISRO launched a GSLV Mark III rocket that traveled 384,000 kilometers to the moon. The objective was to get a lander to touch down safely near the south pole of the moon at a location called the Manzinus crater. The Apogee Manzinus is based on our now iconic Apogee platform. They have a 1970s inspired tonneau case, a dual crown system that allows you to set a second time zone without the use of a GMT function with the same avant-garde design language. The Manzinus is constructed with an inner core made of a unibody high-grade stainless steel. It is finished with a hardened layer of ceramic coating. We're calling this CeraSteel. The CeraSteel construction allows us to stay focused on the build quality, water tightness of the case, wrist presence, while still able to offer watches in vibrant case colors. First, let's get the dimensions out of the way. The Manzinus has a case diameter of 40 millimeters. The lug-to-lug distance is 44 millimeters. The case is built for 100 meters of water tightness and is mated with a domed sapphire crystal. Owing to this domed sapphire crystal, the case thickness is now a little shy of 12 millimeters, but it still makes it a perfectly wearable watch. The bright white of the full moon has dominated our desire to bring you a very unique watch. So we've come up with a ceramic color formulation that mimics the moon. This unibody CeraSteel case has two crowns and a case back in high-grade stainless steel. It exposes the versatility of the materials being involved in the design. It also vastly improves the wrist presence of the watch. You've always enjoyed our storytelling on the case back. The Manzinus has a case back exposed in high-grade steel with this celebratory text celebrating Indian space exploration. It also carries the iconic Aryabhatta satellite launched by India in 1975. If you're familiar with the Apogee's backstory, you'll also recall that the Aryabhatta satellite was used in a 2 rupee currency note issued in India between 1976 and 1997. The Indian space program started in the early 1970s, so the Manzinus takes inspiration from watches of that era. The hour markers on the dial are applied indices and they are diamond cut and rhodium plated. They're highly reflective and catch the light from various angles. They have cavities in the middle that are filled with Swiss C3 Grade A superluminova that emits a green glow in the dark. In 2021, we sourced a piece of an outer space rock from the border of Finland and Sweden. This rock is called the Muonionalusta meteorite and is believed to be 4.5 billion years old. We made 50 watches called the Extraterrestrial that contained dials made of this rock with unique, irreproducible patterns on the dial. For Manzinus, we did it again. Perhaps the showstopper of the Manzinus dial is a full circle at the 6-hour position. It is filled with a slice of the Muonionalusta meteorite. This disk mimics a full moon and contains unique, irreproducible patterns that formed due to a slow cooling process for millions of years in space. We've also retained the inner rotating bezel that has markers 1 to 12 and 13 to 24. By turning the crown at the 2 o'clock position, you can set and track a second time zone on this watch. This is a nod to space travel with a need to track mission control time and local time. With Manzinus, we're also introducing a new dial color to the Apogee collection. We're calling this Earthshine. This color mimics the pale brown glow of the darkened portion of the crescent moon. The Earthshine shares the CeraSteel construction with the Manzinus. It has two differences. At the 6 o'clock position of the Earthshine, you have a date window neatly tucked away. Slightly above the 6 o'clock position of the date window, there is a lat-long position. This belongs to Sriharikota, a barrier island off the east coast of India where our rocket and satellite launches take place today. The Manzinus and Earthshine watches are powered by Swiss Sellita Automatic Movements SW200-1. This movement is standard grade, it is self-winding, and it offers a minimum of 38 hours of power reserve. Just like the other watches in the BWC catalog, we're covering the Manzinus and Earthshine with a 2 years manufacturer warranty. We paired the Manzinus and Earthshine watches with an improved G-Force leather strap. These straps come paired with matching high-grade stainless steel buckles that carry the BWC logo neatly engraved on one side. Like all other BWC watch straps, these G-Force straps carry a quick change pin that allows you to change the strap in a breeze. We think that the Manzinus and Earthshine are incredible extensions of the Apogee collection. We hope you enjoy wearing these watches just as you enjoyed the other watches from the Apogee collection. The Manzinus uses a piece of the Mu Neonalusta meteorite. And since its availability is limited, we will only make a few pieces of the Manzinus each year.
You can pre-order the Manzinus and Earthshine on our website starting today. We are targeting worldwide deliveries in July.
We hope you've enjoyed this presentation and the backstory of Manzinus. We'll see you again soon with an exciting new watch later this year.